All right, how y'all doing out there? This is Miles, and welcome to the Record Ceremony Podcast, an extension of my life and an extension of the wonderful lives we all lead. What are those blips and blops back there? Hey, chicken boy, don't touch that thing. No, I'm joking. This is a recording of me in Austin about a year or two ago, when I visited for my community work and happened to be staying very close to a synthesizer store. I felt very lucky, and I was thinking, how can I make the most of this? I'm here for a couple days, and I realized that I brought my portable recorder, and I said, can I pay you to just let me walk around and record sounds as I play all these things? And they said yes. And then I had a discussion about it with them. Enjoy. Let's see what we talked about.
Cool. Your total is 2706.
Thank you. All right, is it okay if I start? With all the background noise? I can wait.
1 second.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did you want a email or text receipt?
Text, please. Or email, either way. Whatever's the quickest, I guess, for you.
There you go.
All right, thank you. Complete order, I guess. Is that
Good?
it?
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, and then I sign this.
Got it.
I
Here,
love it.
I like
that. I like that. That's everything other than the pen. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Super cool. Oh no, there. All right. How much are these?
I think they're $5.99.
All right, I'll just pay that.
$4.99.
All right.
Total is $5.40.
All right. That's fine. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, so we're at Switched On in Austin. My name's Miles. Can you give us a brief history of the store and/or how does it serve your intention? Like, what is this store about?
The store started basically
Roughly.
it was Chad Allen that started the store. He started it from an eBay store, actually, just to kind of make a living because he was synth obsessed. Kind of blossomed over the years into this. We're basically we are the only synth shop in Austin that does vintage synth repair, new sales. We're here to serve like vintage synth people that are just getting into it. We've got lots of new and used items. The whole modular community. We do classes.
Wow. What are those classes like? Are they certain topics or it's kind of an...
Yeah, so it's kind of all over the place. We have like intro to synthesis, and it builds from there. We have like a 101, 102, 103, 104, and you learn the basics of synthesis with each class, and they're about 3 hours long.
Wow.
A lot of information, lots of hands-on stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah, we just had our first sequencer building workshop too recently.
Nuts.
Yeah.
I imagine there's only a handful, if not less, stores in the whole country that do anything close to this. Because when I was a teenager in the 90s, I was going to New York City, and I know there's probably some repair shops or thing, but I've never come to a place where, especially in an era where like Mars Music and all these other places that, a lot of places used to be, whatever used to exist doesn't exist anymore. So it's awesome, and I really appreciate that you let people actually touch the instruments, especially because of how valuable and rare they are in some cases, and it's probably helpful that you can fix them. But beyond the store, what's the community like? Are there any stores like this in the country otherwise that you're aware of anyway?
There's a handful of them. California, like Los Angeles and New York. A lot of them kind of cater towards more of the new stuff. I think we are one of the very few shops in North America that's collected enough techs that know the ins and outs of, like reel-to-reel stuff, vintage analog synthesizers, stuff from Russia, 2-inch tape machines, huge desks, hybrid stuff, some weird oddball digital stuff from the 80s.
I'd assume that it influences not only the music scene here, but the studio scene, because I know that there's studios, but like it expands, it allows for it to expand way beyond guitars and drums and vocals and stuff, right?
Yeah, we actually have a handful of clients that are building out studios right now, using a lot of the units that we've serviced and sold in shop.
Wow.
There's one gentleman in town who's building a fantastic shop.
Does it have a name yet?
No, it's still in the works.
Cool.
But it's going to be huge, and it's just a collection of amazing synthesizers.
You said shop or studio?
Well, studio. I mean,
yeah. It's all good.
He's got ARP 2600, Jupiters.
It's going to become a destination probably for artists, I think.
Yeah, the idea is to, to broaden the spectrum of the Austin music community by allowing lots of people to have good access to, to really rare, expensive machines that they otherwise wouldn't be able to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have really nice stuff in our shop, but the thing is, it's a shop, so it gets sold. But for his studio, it will always be there,
Wild. Cool. Well, thanks again for letting me tinker around.
Yeah.
And thanks for being here.
Yeah.
And what was your name again?
My name's Skylar.
Skylar. And how did you end up getting attached to the store, kind of in its...
Just a synth nut.
Yeah.
I've wanted to work here for years, actually. And finally, there was a position open. I applied. A lot of people applied. And I lucked out. That's about it.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, man. All right. So, what'd you think about that? All for the loves of the blips and the blops. No, seriously. It was a great time, a great store. I think they've moved around the corner since and are also a record shop, so I definitely want to go back. That ability to try those synths there has not yet led, is the correct word, to... Sorry, the music's getting to me, I think. It's not yet led to me being able to make beats out of these samples. In fact, this is the first time I've heard them since I recorded them. Wow. This is like trying to give a dissertation in the front of a bunch of preschoolers and expecting for them to pay attention the whole time. If you have any questions about synthesizers, there's a lot of information online. And I think that's all I got. All right. Computers don't seem to like me. Please, if I'm going to say the stuff that people say, please subscribe to my podcast. Oh, hey, All right. Okay. This is me playing, by the way. I just didn't know what sounds were going to come out of the synthesizers. So this is what I got on my recorder. Expect to hear some of these in songs coming up soon. Or maybe not soon. All right, this is driving me crazy. Thank you for listening. Tell a friend. Keep doing your best.